Hey, come to the commentary channel so nobody disturbs. Oh, now you should be able to join for it. Oh yeah, we're here. Okay. Just a second. Let me check your code. Okay. So are we live? Okay. Let me check. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, the worst thing is that when I search PLA+Serg on YouTube, yeah, I don't. I have to search PLA+Serg Ron for this. Maybe yeah, that's a nice background. That's a nice background. Are we on mute or are we there? Okay. Okay, that's great. The worst thing is that when it's on no we are not on mute. I can hear myself.
I think the important thing is that the stream is running fine.
Alright, yeah, it's 720p. It's nice. That's a nice background. That's a nice background.
All right. Well,
Do you want to reset this or you want to
nah, that's fine.
continue?
That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
that's fine.
The guy, we were keeping it real, boys. Anyway, I have my first game open right now, at 0-0. So if you can go there.
Alright, just a second. I'll also put a game for like a advertisement game on Rise of Nations lobby.
Alright.
So you can go there.
Have you checked? There's no echo, right?
There is a bit, so if you can change your sensitivity of your mic a bit, set it a bit lower, would be nice.
Okay.
Because I think your audio is just coming from the speakers, and sometimes you pick that up.
Okay. Yeah, hold on a second.
Yep.
Say something now.
Testing. This is the stream. We're almost ready to go.
All right. So I don't think your my voice isn't making it into the.
I don't think so either.
All right. Then that's great. Okay, so we are set. I'll also post your game on another channel. Just a second. Whoa! Can you hear that?
I can hear your dog, but I mean I can't be mad at that. It's a dog.
Okay. Just a second. Versus all right, we are ready. Making sure, is that the YouTube chat overlay that's on the top right side?
Yep, and I think I also changed the link, so it should be the correct one. So if you type in something, it should come out there. Yeah.
Okay, let's check that quickly.
Yeah, nice idea. Oh yeah, I see that. Hello. All right.
All right then.
Okay. Hello to that weird ass name, DDFG. But indeed, I agree with you. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Anyway, I'm at the 2-second mark. So.
Okay. So this was Oh wait, yeah. Game number one. We're only casting one game today.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Just making sure. Oh, that's a big chat. But anyway, so I am at the 2 second mark as well.
Okay, then I will start at 0. So 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go. Okay, so welcome guys. What do we have here? It's a match. We have the previous winners of Nomadium, EL, playing against actually, PLA right now. So it's nice to see like a real team game because I feel like that's a bit more advanced because the players know each other better. But let's start off by looking at the nations. I'll start off by looking at the L team. Um, let's have a look. El Itachi, Indians, El Boo, French, and Dangerous Dave is British. I like they have two aggressive nations. Indians is more an all-rounder, I feel like. What do you think about that, Jatin?
Oh yeah, I really like the nations on the EL side, British, French, and Indians. Obviously, one of the favorites for all the Rise of Nation players. On the other side, they've got Dutch, Persian, Nubians. I really like Nubians and maybe Persians and Dutch as well, but still, I would prefer to have any of the other three nations any day.
Of
Also, I'm
PLA.
just seeing that yeah, on the EL team,
Oh
the
yeah,
EL
oh
team
yeah, yeah.
has
I was
got
just
really
making
nice
sure.
nations. Also, Itachi
Yes.
is the first time Itachi is making appearance on any of the games I have casted at least.
Yeah, I haven't seen him much either. By the way, talking about Nubians, Nubians is like a make it or break it nation. Like in the right conditions, Nubians is stronger than Japanese, but in the wrong condition, Nubians can actually be, not much special. So, yeah, I feel like, for example, on Aussie, being Nubians is awesome because you have all those rares, but it seems like Dad has, decent rares. I'd say that Copper won't do him much, so he only really has Pappy at the moment. And Lakes is a game where you're spread out, so sending that merchant to your allies' territory takes time. So that's a bit sad for him.
Yeah, that is. And he does not have any food rares except spice, so
Yeah,
I wonder if going market first will be a good strategy there.
yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure either. Yeah, it's a tough one.
And also the two nice rares which are silver and spice are both far away, the farthest possible. So it's going to take a while before his merchant reaches there and settles up. So yeah, not going to be a very good start. Anyway, as people who are watching this, let me tell you, the PLA Dad's dad is actually Surge. So this is PLA plus Surge. And
Yeah.
who do you think Zosimus is?
I wanted to ask that question to you because I'm not sure, but I haven't played much with him. I guess he must be good, but I'm not sure of his level. But we'll find out this game, don't we?
Oh yeah, we will.
And then Mouse, of course, Mouse is very good. He's known partly by the 1v1s he plays on your channel. Very very intense games, by the way. Um, but I'd say like, do you like L's lineup right now? Do you think that's like their best lineup, or what are your thoughts on the
Yes.
three players
So
playing?
I mean, there is a consensus that Boo and Dave are one of the best players from two of the best players in the EL, and Itachi used to be really good, about the same level as the other two guys in his prime. So let's see if he still got it.
Oh yeah, he's been out of it for a long time and kind of a bit like me, but I think he's really been out of it for a long time. So um,
Oh yeah.
it will be interesting how he can adapt because I feel like the meta has a bit changed since last time I was around. You'd say in a year, but I think it did because we see more of those skipping science, going military fast, and despot rushes. I feel like than in the past. Do you see like a difference in the meta in Rise of
Oh yeah,
Nations? Do you see it
definitely,
evolving?
definitely. in nomad games we are shifting towards more aggressive,
Oh
more
yeah.
more aggression and more towards extreme strategies like taking all your militia and take like going for everything, like all or nothing kind of strategies are more common nowadays than they were before.
Yeah, and I would also add that, partly because of the tournament, people had to invent new strategies and team play tactics, let's say. And what we see a lot more is like doubles, even triples. It's not like a triple is nothing out of the ordinary, you could say, in a professional setting. And I really like that because that makes the game, more alive and more interesting to watch because of that. And so yeah, let's see if they can something make something happen on lakes. It is three versus three, so there will be an imbalance in the power distribution, let's say, and one
Oh
side might
yeah.
get doubled, and it's all a very intricate power struggle. Like if you're the guy that's 1v2, if you can hold for a while, then you actually win the game, even though you would have lost in the long run.
Oh yeah, and also look at the rare resources on EL side. They've got some amazing rares here. Wool, diamond, um, nothing in Itachi's territory.
Where
Oh,
do you see
they
diamond?
have relics.
Oh yeah, I see.
Diamond is, yeah,
Yeah, pylon.
it's camouflaged in the snow.
Yeah.
And there's relics which they have not found yet, but they've also got sugar, cotton, and I think I saw gems somewhere. I could be hallucinating
Yeah,
though.
so we might argue that they have the better rares overall. The one thing that I do give PLA is um, Pappy on this map is OP. They have first, it's yeah in their territory, so that's also nice. And Salt, it's a weird mix because two aggressive rares, one booming rare. It's a tough one.
Actually, with Furs and Pappy, I won't say ELF got the better nations. The like Pappy and Furs are really good, amazing to have in on this map where you have fishes and you can boom all as much as you want.
Yeah, and also that's a good point, but also I feel like the Rise of Nations gods have made their lottery thing again. And if you look at the lakes, PLA has two huge lakes, while EL has like three medium lakes. Like you have a lake with three fishes, yeah, another three fishes, and four fishes. Well, it's fine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel I like.
Actually, if you look at it, EL only has two lakes that are safe.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the middle lake, by the way, isn't even reachable at the moment. So
Oh yeah, so
yeah,
it's going to be the lake part is really good on PLA side. They've got this middle lake which is completely away from the EL team, so definitely the most secure lake. Then the one that's close to PLA, that's dead, is also so far it is safe,
yes.
and I think as long as Light Blue can make his second city, he can secure this for the rest of the game as well. The lake that Boo is fishing on right now is going to be tricky because Mouse can soon jump in on that lake and make Boo's life really bad.
Oh yeah, and of course you hate that, because it actually ruins all your plans. You might be planning to, execute a rush in H2 or whatever, but then you find out, oh, okay, I have to actually spend resources to defend my wealth and my food income right now. So yeah, it can be really annoying. Well, I see that the chat isn't actually synchronized right now, so I'll fix that real quick. But you just continue.
All right, yeah, yeah. I'll pause the game right.
Okay.
So guys, if you are here, meanwhile, if you're watching this, please subscribe to Prolace's channel. He has been putting out a lot of content about maybe 5 or 6 times a week. So if you enjoy watching Rise of Nations, please check out his channel and subscribe to it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that you vouch for me. But yeah, I really enjoy doing it too. So let's see what we can make of it. Let's see. Yeah, sorry guys, we'll be right back.
Oh yeah, we got Immaculate in the chat as well. Hey Immaculate, nice to see you here.
Hey, hey, Mac. you vouch for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing it too. So okay, almost there. Okay, and
Do you know why the YouTube chat is coming all transparent?
because I put the script on that boy.
Okay, okay, all right,
I can share it. I Yeah, it's just you just put it in there. Um,
all right then. Let's go.
almost, bro. Sorry, guys. I am inexperienced with this, so struggling sometimes. Uh, like that, and yeah, I think it works now. So yeah. So are you ready, Jitin? Of course you are.
Oh yeah, I am ready.
So 3, 2, 1, 0, go. I'm at 8 minutes time mark, by the way, just in case.
Okay, all right. Just letting you know your stream is, yeah, now it's visible. All good.
Uh, it's weird, man. I don't see my chat again. I saw it for a sec, just 5 seconds ago, and now it seems to be gone.
No, I think you're in your chat. The messages they fade away after a while.
Oh, that's weird. Okay,
Is
they
that a
don't
part
say.
of the script?
Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, it's useless to find that out right now. We will lose too much time. Or should I just turn off the script?
Yeah,
Maybe.
just let's turn off the script for now.
Yeah, because it's nice to have the chat. Um, yeah, so let's just delete that and see what we get. Alright, now it's not transparent anymore, not that fancy, but efficient. So yeah, I'm at 9
Okay.
minutes. Okay, so I heard a wonder sound. Who's building the wonder, guys?
Oh yeah, that's Itachi going for Colossus with
Oh yeah.
India. And as you can see here, he went for the fastest build possible. He got commerce, science, and age, and just now he got the military one.
Oh yeah, and on my screen is also getting the Civ, and actually he's ready to build that second city on relics, securing that, you might say. But let's see if who he decides to join. That's actually important here, and also for the other team. It seems like light blue is going for a raid. That's actually quite interesting, because that raid is very delayed, and he will find diamonds though. But yeah, let's see if it's worth it.
Oh yeah, and Dave here does not have military, so he is going to be surprised by it, especially because Dave has not scouted out any barracks from yeah, no barracks from Serge here, so he has no idea what is going to come after him.
Yeah, and
Although if you see, Serge was actually trying to go. It looks like Serge is trying to go towards the Colossus.
yeah, I also think that he is trying to do that, but I don't feel like he has the unit composition to do much really, because I assume the barracks is already almost going up. In fact, it is going up for Itachi just now, and yeah, with that light infantry, I don't see what kind of damage he can do really.
Oh yeah, but look at that. There's a wonder race going on between Mouse
Yeah.
and Dave just deleted a wonder. That was a very good job. He realized that it won't be worth
Well, in
putting
that
getting.
case, yeah, sorry for interrupting. In that case, I would actually say that Surge's raid was successful, because do you think that Surge partly motivated Dave to cancel his hanging gardens? because
Oh,
of the archer
100%.
there. Yeah.
Oh yes, and he knew that if Mouse was building the same wonder, Surge will eventually try to stop Dave.
Yep.
And that was a very good choice there by Dave, not to spend a lot of time and resources on something that he knows he's going to lose that race.
Oh yeah, sometimes players have FOMO, fear of missing out, and they just think like, I'll just invest everything in this one wonder, and then they miss it like by 50 hit points, and yeah, you're set back heavily. So it's a nice reaction. He just knows when to give up. That's actually also a good trait for a professional player.
That is, and look at Zosimus. We don't know who this guy is. Probably a Smurf, but he is doing really good with his commerce too. He's got an amazing eco here.
His eco is indeed very amazing. Um, of course, the highest gold income is for Itachi with that Colossus, but Zosimus is not much behind at all. Let's see at the science rates. Of course, Mouse has the biggest science income, a full university and a hanging gardens. Um, for the L team, Itachi is doing well, plus 80. Of course, he has relics as well, but Boo is a bit more behind, and also Dave both have plus 65. Surge has plus 70, and plus 75 for Zosimo. So I would say a slight advantage for PLA, but really it will come down to not letting Mouse become too strong, because yeah, he can outage them for sure, and during that time frame, if he can do some damage, that might be deadly.
Oh yeah, I mean Mouse has got about double the knowledge income compared to Boo. So yeah, Mouses can be a big threat here. Also, if you check, Boo is a booming really nice. He's got a 150 food, and he's doing really great. I think if he attacks quick enough, he might be able to nullify Mouse's hanging garden advantage.
Yeah, I want to critique him a little bit. He has 300 gold stacked. He's building the university now, but yeah, he could have had more uh, scholars. I feel like at this point, you know, stacking gold is a bit questionable sometimes, but
Oh yeah,
we all forget
that
these
is, and
things.
I think Boo will eventually make a university. He just probably has forgotten about it.
Yeah,
Also, I want to take your attention to the top where Dave is trying to build his third city.
and it actually gets denied. Sorry for spoiling it for you. um, yeah, that's actually very nice of him. He seems to be quite aggressive, but his eco is not lagging behind at all. So yeah, we see Surge's power. Let's look at you know what type of game style the players are looking for. Um, we see Boo. He has military 2 already, and Mouse he doesn't have that. But what he does have is he has his science 2 and his commerce 2 already researched. So Mouse is really booming up heavily.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, right. What do you think about Mouse's second commerce here? Do you think it's a good idea to go for second commerce without aging?
Um, It's fine only if you have the ability to fill out that economy real quick, because otherwise it's useless. But I think it's fine in this situation, just because you see his wood income is plus 180. It seems like he's actually able to utilize that extra commerce cap, not to the full potential, but I think it's fine. However, then again, he could have actually he used his advantage for economy right now, while he could have maybe traded his advantage to actually do some damage. And we see Yellow, he's already with Boo teaming up, and that's actually, man, that's dangerous, man, because he just went for a super boom and he's already getting attacked. So
That is, and Orange is very much scattered around. He does not. or I don't think Orange is ready to defend at this point. But a good thing here, I just saw. I think Mouse may have attrition.
Let's see. He does. He does have attrition. Um, well, I think Boo is gonna age before Mouse, just because he gave up that science surplus that they had just to get commerce too. And at this moment, I wanna say it wasn't worth it getting that commerce too.
Oh yeah, but as long as the Mouse is able to age in time, I think it should be fine.
Oh, let's see about that, because I feel like they have how many trebuchets? Two trebuchets. Well, could be better, but Boo is aging right now, and they still have more units there. And Mouse and Zosimus are just struggling to survive. You can say, just building those towers. Um, he also can get a temple there. But yeah, while that's going on, let's see real quick what's happening in the other parts of the map. On the top, we have a stalemate. You could say not much happening. You know, are they aging? Now, wow. Surge went for Science 3, so yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah,
Dave
that
is
is.
aging right now, but I don't see him having any. Well, he's building a factory, siege factory, so he's getting ready. But I think Surge can age up, and he'll be fine at this moment in time. Orange, and yeah, orange is of course with white at the bottom of the map.
As you can see, Boo is very far behind in library researches compared to everybody else. So if this attack fails, this is going to be GG right here.
Interesting remark, yeah. I like that Mouse is actually, many players forget this, but while your city is getting sieged, don't just sit back behind the city and, wait for something to happen. Go with your archers and harass your opponent. What does that do? First of all, you will, damage his unit. Secondly, you make sure that your opponent uses his attention on the battlefield. He can't be, booming up at the same time or whatever. And if you're better at microing, I should always suggest that you should always harass your opponent while he's sieging your city.
Oh yeah.
Do you see this? Actually, Dave has also a barracks here and already 3 archers as
Oh yeah,
reinforcement.
that's right.
That's some intricate team play right here, man.
That is, and I mean, being British, it's very easy to defend because of your archers. So, lending your long range bowman to your enemy, to your allies, that's a great way. And I think orange and white are doing great here.
For
I don't I don't
yeah,
see I don't see. Yeah, I mean they still have good armies. They may be able to defend it.
their archers are doing a fantastic job, and they're barely even damaged. Yeah, some good micro, I would say. But I think if that city would have been 0 HP, they actually have a chance. So yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's
you're
very
right about
close.
that.
Orange.
But um, Boo's situation still is quite sober. I mean, not sober. It's not very good at the moment, because as you said, that was a very good remark that his library is just not where it could be, and yet white and orange defended the first wave, and let's see the
They did.
aftermath. The aftermath of this battle, we could say that. Let's look at the scores. Can that tell us something? Zosimus seems strong. Actually, score-wise, it's not much of a difference. But of course, that doesn't tell us the full picture.
Oh yeah, and look at that, Dave's research versus Surge is here. Surge is an extra science. He has got three universities full. plus the literacy upgrade.
Yeah, I feel like Surge will come out on top if you add some time to it. Because yeah, he's already getting his. Well, he was getting his mill 3. I don't know why he cancelled it, but anyway, he's ahead. He's ahead of Dave. Let's look at Itachi's eco. It's pretty good. He's getting his commerce too right now, so his eco will actually see even more of a boost. But his gold income is tremendous, and Boo still is behind. I don't like his gold income if you compare it to the other players. 120.
Oh yeah, and Surge is actually leading in knowledge. He has more knowledge than Mouse with Hanging Gardens.
Yeah. He just has those 3 universities just stacked out. And you know, Zosimus actually, his science is not that good at the moment, but he does have a nice potential because of that pyramids. You know, he has 4 cities, so in theory he could have a very high knowledge income, so he should be fine in the long run.
Oh yeah, you're right. And there's some sieging going on the top. Dave is trying to take on Surge.
Oof, this is interesting. I really love Dangerous Dave's army right now. It's a quality army. That's how I would describe it.
Oh yeah, it's like archers and heavy cavalry and some heavy infantry as well.
Lucky for Surge, this forward city wasn't really an economic, important for his economy. His eco is still fine. However, his medal took a hit, but you know, could be worse. Could be worse.
Oh yeah. And Dave doesn't have a castle yet, so I guess he cannot get the upgrade.
Let's see. He's not producing more units right now. Oh yeah, he is. But yeah, he could build a castle, but I feel like he just wants to run Surge over with sheer mass and volume.
Oh yeah. And Zosimus is asking if you're okay. Because what do you think, Mouse and Zosimus here? Do you think they're in a very defensive or a good spot to win this?
I think they are. So, you know, what we described earlier, you know, it will come down to, well, in this case, it came down to a 2v2 and 1v1, but still, you know, it's like, can Surge hold, or, you know, maybe he has the potential to even win because of his science, and his library is already very nice comparing to Dave. He will be in H4 first, but that's will still take a little bit more time, and Dave still has some time to do some big damage to Surge. So, but yeah, coming back to your question, I think that at the very least, orange and white can hold and even win their side.
Oh yeah, this is a very close match. I'm really enjoying it at this point.
Yeah, man.
And look at that. Yellow has actually entered their waters. Their lake is being infiltrated right now.
That's a big one, because I like that he actually has a force to reckon with right now there. So if he attacks, he will do a lot of damage. While if he would have attacked with one ship, then a second, that would give the PLA guys some time to react. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he attacked with in a big enough fleet that like if I saw my enemy have 3 heavy ships and 2 light ships, I would just give up. I'm
It's
like,
too late.
okay,
You know, it's
not
too
worth it
late.
right now.
Yeah. But let's look at Dave. You know, yes, Surge is aging, but I don't know, man. Will that help
That's a
him?
very big problem.
It might be too late, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's a very big, and that's the strength of British. Their archers are already too strong. Instant upgrades, very long range, and all of these combined, they just make their British army formidable, almost unstoppable.
I would also add that, you know, uh, Dave has peacocks, and to be honest, peacocks is like okay, but on this map, peacocks can be a game changer, and we actually see that right now.
Oh yeah,
Some nice bribes
you
coming
are
from
right.
Surge though.
Oh yep, and Sir just aged. But I think the timing for his aging is not the best because he's in the middle of a fight there. Do you think he'll be able to fend off this attack?
Well, if he does his classic, militia rush, but it's age 3 already. A militia defense is less effective than in age 2, so that's quite sad for
Oh
him.
yeah,
And
that's right. And he just needed a few more seconds for that castle to finish. He's so unlucky there.
oh yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, that is unlucky. And yeah, he just lost. Am I right? 2 cities? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has lost two cities, and luckily he has a forbidden city which is providing him the economy right now that he needs. So he's not completely dead. If he spams enough army, he might be able to get back in the game. But the thing is, Dave is also spamming army, and even if he's an age behind, he can make up that technology difference with the numbers.
And just the timing is just tremendous for Dave because right now he's actually about to age, so he's fine, man. I mean, Surge won't be able to really use his age advantage, at all because he's messing up army right now, and by the time he has something decent, Dave is already age 4. In fact, he clicked up right now. The
Oh
P.
yeah, and look at the bottom. Just something to
Oh
point
yeah.
out your attention. Mouse is in age 4, and he can do some real damage now.
Oh no, Boo is far from aging, man. Far from. Um, okay, so he definitely can do some damage, but let's look quickly to the mid section of the map. What's happening there? We have a fight between. Uh, I don't know why, but the senator of Boo is all the way in the middle. Oh yeah, it's weird. Yellow is defending Boo, and Boo is fighting in the mid there, but he's losing.
And Orange is doing a great job there as well.
Yeah, he caught him off guard. He got his army, you might say.
Oh man, yeah, I feel like Mouse has a good chance of beating there. And contrary to what Surge has a lot of economic backup in his cities behind. But if Boo loses this city, he's going to lose a metal mine. Actually, he's going to lose two metal mines. So it will be horrible for Boo. He cannot afford to lose the city.
Yeah, you're right. But I wanted to remark that the placement of your buildings is actually also a thing in Rise of Nations, and you see those barracks were in front, and you might say that's good from one hand because it's very defensive. It's hard to take that city because all of these obstacles. But at the same time, if you actually start losing, you will lose all your production buildings at the same time as well, and it is a tough battle right now. It seems like they are trying to defend to the best of their abilities, and it's a
Oh yeah,
stalemate at the moment.
that's right. And it's very strange. Usually we see Surge as the person who carries the team, but it's not the case in this one.
Oh no, it's not. But let's see. Let's look at the libraries between Serge and Dave. Are they now equalized? Yeah, they are now equal, and the economies, you might argue, are quite equal, although Dave has a slight edge on the basic resources income.
Yeah, although there's something to point out here is that Surge has got Monarch.
Okay, and does Dave still is on the senator?
Yeah, they've maybe researching Monarch. I
Yeah,
think they've just clicked on
yeah.
Monarch research.
On my screen, it's almost finished that research. Also, that move of Itachi earlier, he actually did deny all this whole lake, his upper leg. PLA is not using it at all. So that was worth it, definitely.
That was, yeah, completely worth it. Um, I wonder if we might be, because since they have this lake now, they can even use this lake to transport units. So Dave or even Itachi could be sending in some units to help Dave and just finish Surge here as soon as possible.
Yeah. Um, Orange seems to be dominating yellow at the moment. Um, although yellow's economy is superb, but he doesn't have the military at the moment. I guess he lost a bad engagement and he's trying to come back from it right now.
Oh
But
yeah, and look at the orange. Yellow is actually defending Boo here, but at the same time he's being attacked on the
oh yeah,
complete
that's right.
opposite side
That's
of the
right.
map.
I missed that totally. So yeah, he's in a tough spot, man, because Boo is only aging right now, and because Boo was an age behind, it allowed Mouse to actually, fight them both, because Boo is not that strong. He's and his eco is also not that strong. So it's nice that Mouse actually pressured Itachi into defending Boo that heavily, because that gives the edge to Zosimus right now.
Oh yeah, and look at that. Mouse is doing really good. He could be Enlightenment Age faster than anybody else in the game.
Ooh, his knowledge plus 300, man.
Yeah, that's higher than anybody else in the game right now. I think the only EL player who is close is Dave with 233.
Yes. Also, I would say quite an important engagement for the outcome of this match at the top side of the map. I hope for
Oh yeah,
Surge
that
that
is.
he can overtake this, but it seems he has still a lot of heavy cavalry, so that will do a lot of damage. So actually, there's a chance for him.
Oh yeah, he does have a lot of heavy cavalry here.
And of course, the important thing is Dave does not have the counter. He does not have heavy infantry.
You're right about that. This could suddenly turn around. Yeah, if and Surge is bribing units there.
I think it was Dave that, because I see that Dave bribed two
Both of them are
heavies.
bribing
Oh,
units.
okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Oh, Dave did as well. Yeah, Surge is also bribing units.
So yeah, that's really you see that they are advanced, because actually it's not just about your units fighting. It's also about the scouts and the extra layer on top of that you see with advanced players.
That's right. And another thing to point out here is that Dave does not have the operations, the last armor, the +6 armor, but Surge does. So that could have been the reason why he was able to fight out such a huge army from Dave.
Yeah, and I would say that Dave still is in a good spot. His eco is nice. His gold is better. His knowledge is better. But what's not so good is Itachi's situation. He lost that city, and I also don't see him doing much. Look at that cavalry from Orange, man. That's just mighty.
Oh yeah, and Orange is doing great. Do you think this is the time for EL to say GG?
Oh yeah. We see Boo is losing. We see Itachi losing, and Dave can't do much at the moment. He needs time, but he doesn't have that luxury.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dave was like the last hope for this team here because he was killing Surge, but looks like Boo has lost his side, and Itachi lost his side as well. So what do you think? What do you think happened here? This because Itachi played really well. It's not like he was he messed up anywhere or something. I guess PLA has actually taken out EL.
That's right, and actually quite convincingly as well, which is awesome. Because we don't want to have of course it's nice to have EL, but we still want some competition. It wouldn't be fun if they would wreck everybody just so easily. So yeah, they call GGs, and Yeah, let's analyze this sucker for a moment. What happened? What happened? Um, First things that come into mind is your remark about Boo early on, actually, that his library was not as strong as, for example, Mouse's library. Boo was actually playing a standard game, you would say. It's just the standard meta. He went, his structure was he had Civ 2, he had Mill 2, and he didn't have Science 2 and Com 2 at all. And while Mouse already had all the researches completed of the H2 bracket or the H3 bracket, whatever. You know what I mean? Um, that's one of
Yeah.
the things that I feel like contributed to L losing. I don't know. Do you have any other ideas or any remarks about that?
Rare resources, of course, really help these guys. Pappy and Furs both are one of my favorite rares to have in Great Lakes.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And actually, I feel like that Pappy encouraged PLA and allowed them to have that more economic setup at the beginning, because having Pappy, you're like, okay, I can go Science 2
Oh yeah, and same for Surge. Surge was able to get Science 3
before
when he
aging
had,
to the third
yeah, before
age.
aging because of Pappy. And if you look at Mouse's knowledge income right now, it's higher than anybody else, 425.
Yeah, his ego just out of the roof. I don't know, man. I don't want to critique Itachi at all, but I feel like, I don't know. I didn't really feel that Colossus. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
okay,
think
it
Itachi
it was nice, but I
Itachi
didn't feel the power.
that is possible because Itachi and Boo were fighting here together with Mouse and Zosimus, and I don't think that was a very good idea to attack there because this is a very small area. If you look at Babylon City
Hmm.
for Mouse, it's a very small area, easily a choke point and a good place for defending rather than aggression. So they would have been better off fighting at the Zosimus second city. Oh no, I mean Josiah says yeah, second city, Shagan,
Yeah.
right here. That is a much open area, but they would have to get closer to that. So I think eventually it all came down to whether you want to take a risk and fight a disadvantageous terrain or you want to boom. And Boo was not in a position to boom, especially when he knew that Mouse had the hanging gardens.
Yeah, and I actually like also your proposition of going for Shagan instead, because if you succeed in getting Shagan, the road is open to Persepolis. I don't know how you pronounce it, but the road is open to Mouse's capital, and actually you have a lot of options at that point. While getting Babylon is hard, and it doesn't give you much options. You either go for, you only can move forward, and so is the structure of this map. It's kind of funny that way.
That is. And we also know now that Zosimus wasn't some random smurf. He's actually good. He could be timeless or TNO, uh, based on how he has played.
Yeah, he played very well. He's actually top of the scoreboard. So yeah, you guys in the chat, or if you're watching, post in the comments below what you think, what you think about this game, the performance of the players. Do you think there were some key mistakes that were made that we missed? So definitely talk to us about it. It's interesting to have different opinions and perspectives. And I think we can conclude that this was an awesome game, and I'm looking forward to game two.
Game number two, yeah, let's do game number two very soon. Not today, but I still want to tell you this is the first time that this team has lost. EL has lost with this particular matchup. Itachi, Dangerous Dave, and Boo. Also, the first time when Itachi has shown up. Actually, Dave and Boo have never lost any game as long as these guys were together in the same team,
Yeah,
if I recall correctly.
yeah, that's that's a cool remark, man. Indeed, those two players are so good that just having them two together is already statistically speaking, a very encouraging thing for Real. But yeah, so that's just more exciting, and let's see what game two brings us. Thank you, Jitin, for joining the cast. It's awesome that you all also let me cast this, and yeah, we'll finish the stream
Yeah.
right here. Thanks for watching,
Right
guys,
now.
and see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you.